motorcycle is whatever you want to make it. Turn it on, you can give yourself a real thrill.
What's going on, guys? This is Carl, the RacerRed channel. Definitely slick out here in this snow. It's really important to stay on the rear wheel and just get as much traction as possible. Don't lose momentum, which is easier said than done, considering I almost got stuck there a couple times. I'm out here experiencing the freedom of locomotion. It's a beautiful thing. You know, when you're out on the road in your car, your truck, especially on dirt roads, you're going to see elk and deer pretty often. And a lot of times if you stop to observe them, they'll notice you and they'll jog away. And that's probably one of the best examples I can give that would correlate to what is going on out here. We don't have very many miles of trails. These trails are pretty limited, but we stay on them. And because the trails are so limited, not very many animals really see us. Way less animals see us than they do the traffic on the highways and the dirt roads that go everywhere. And really their reaction is exactly the same. It's just silly to me that that would be used against the people. And the thing of it is, I mean, if you look, I mean, you can't argue with science as the problem, and the science isn't real. You look back even 10 or 15 years, and they were saying that the world was literally going to end because the bee populations were going extinct within 5 years. That was one of the last ones I remember. And I saved that just to remind myself of all the claims they make. Not only is there a gigantic money trail here, but the level of restriction they can impose on you is ridiculous. I mean, they can really make you stay in the cities because of these. But yeah, that's a topic that I think that should be brought to light for sure, but I don't want to get too negative. I mean, you could focus on that stuff. I mean, I do think I have a pretty good knowledge base when it comes to political stuff, but really it all depends on how far you want to get into it. And if you do, it's kind of just negative all the time. I know that a lot of people are tired of it, including myself. It's like eventually you have to turn away from it and just enjoy your life, unless you're going to take active steps to change it. And so that's kind of the conclusion I've drawn. This is really steep terrain for snow. I don't know. I don't really know about this. Coming back up this might be a chore. So yeah, I wish there was an organization though that, and there might be one that unites everybody, you know, because motorcyclists like me don't know anything about how, you know, guys who are trying to boat without being restricted are dealing with things, and we don't know the restrictions they're dealing with, and vice versa. So I think it's really important to unite people, and not only that, but not to fight each other. I've noticed that the divide and conquer thing has been pretty useful to the other side, which isn't good. I know a lot of hunters and fishermen are environmentalists, and unfortunately that means something other than what you think it means. So I consider myself to be an environmentalist. I care about the environment as much as anybody. Oh shoot, dude. This could get real. I don't have very far to go to get back, but you always wonder how long it's going to take to get back with this kind of terrain. One of my main concerns out here is, you know, the hunters. There's a lot of hunters out here right now. And I think I'll actually turn around right here. So anyways, I think I'll head back and head out to some other trail systems. But I also wanted to stop by the pickup and show you guys my setup. Like I said, it's not aesthetically pleasing yet, and I'm taking my time on that part of it. I did some of the wallpaper last night, but the main things I wanted to get in there were the solar panels, and I wanted to hook those up to where the whole back of the ambulance, besides the lights, is powered by solar. So that's basically my refrigerator and my TV and anything else I want to plug in to those outlets back there. but it should make for some pretty awesome adventures in 2021. Concerned about this climb, so I've decided to turn back and do it right now so I have lots of time. Don't want to lose my momentum. So far, it's been pretty easy, but I think the really steep part is around the corner. Oh yeah, super easy. It's hard to judge when it's snowy like this. So I'm currently running some gas in this bike that's borderline. It's definitely borderline bad. This is beautiful out here. yeah, as I was saying earlier, I really do want to unite people on all fronts for liberty, and that does mean chaos. There's nothing a human is going to hurt out here. That's the bottom line, and you have to take that approach to this as opposed to buying into the fake science. That's where I've had trouble, because a lot of the hunters and fishermen are really environmentalist, and there's an old saying, I'll butcher it for sure, but basically a Polish guy said he didn't care that they were going for the Jews because they weren't going for the Polish, and then he didn't care that they were going for the blacks because they weren't going for the Polish. Then they came for the Polish and there's nobody left. And that's what I'm trying to say with all this is, you know, one form of liberty is not worth more than another. So, you know, the hunters out there need to know, hey, you know, if you allow them to come restrict our movement, they're going to come restrict your guns next. You want your gun? I mean, that's the reality of all this. They're going to use everything against you, just like they use everything against us. So, none of it should be tolerated at all. Ooh, my front end does not want to go straight. It's probably because I'm in my track. Nope. Got in the other side and it's still like that. This is slimy. Not the fluffy kind, it's the icy. You could add some flavoring to this and stick it in a cone. This is an ugly looking descent, but I haven't crashed yet. My legs are flying all over the place. Dab City. At the beep, I must be out or I'd pick up the phone. Where could I be? Believe it or not, I'm not home.